Hello, traveler. There are strange things afoot in the world, aren't there? Linalans from the land of Miro, so foreign to Aelith soil. The captain, without a ship, reunited with a vessel by which he can travel the seas. A sea named for a holy woman's line who's recently come up, Lady Lorelei, of the Pelorian order, from which one Donatello and Lance are amongst the party. A little halfling girl, Jessica Ivor, on the hunt for her enslaved brother, running into an elven monk who himself was sold into slavery and recently freed at the festival of the detestable. The dead come to life. Spirits are raised good, evil, and hungry. What will this all culminate to? Join us this Saturday for the Tomes of Time. I'm the timekeeper.
Welcome to the Tomes of Time. I'm the timekeeper, and here are my victims. Guests, who will now introduce themselves and who they're playing, starting with the illustrious.
I'm Nola Moore. On TikTok, I'm Nolan Paranoid, as with my Twitch, where I have my own D&D campaign that is taking like a 2-week break currently, as I exist. And then I post them to my YouTube channel, which has the same name as Nola Moore.
Awesome. I'm Blake, aka E-Disciple, on every platform. And I am playing Rafa Marcus.
And I am the Black Doctor, also known as Donatello, here on the Tomes of Time. You can find me on TikTok under Black Doctor 21, as well as my YouTube under the name Black Doctor.
And we have another member who probably not going to show up tonight, but they might. We shall see. Our Captain Sean the Butcher or Cal St. Andrews. Speaking of our party, who, without giving too many spoilers away, because certain character interactions that'll be coming up, who can tell me where we last left our heroes?
Zombies. This is pretty much from what I remember. The party was basically led out of the party that we had unintentionally crashed, sort of, and apparently the apocalypse had happened. There's the time of the Walking Dead.
There had been a minor split of the party. As Donatello, you ushered the one innocent cleric, Ebed, into the afterlife as his rising soul imparted healing energy to you and the rest of the party, giving you currently the effects of a long rest. They unfortunately have fought since then. They then departed as Donatello, with the corpse in your arms. What did you do after they left the gala?
I guess sort of went back to the cathedral to bury him in a freshly made tomb.
Oh.
Or at least to attempt to bury him in a freshly made tomb.
As you walk out into the streets after the party has departed, you come to the shock and awe of a city on fire.
I almost drop Ebed as I look and see the destruction among the people, just completely bewildered. Is this really what they were planning all along? Is this what they wanted?
Could you roll a perception check for me, please?
Yep.
You hear in the distance, and you notice as certain fires break out, cannon fire.
They're attacking. I guess I go to the shores.
Okay.
Of course, carrying Ebed on my shoulder. Or wait, no, I set him down on a bench by the cathedral as I head to the docks.
Okay, as you approach the cathedral, there are corpses of zombies outside, and interestingly, you notice all of the stained glass windows are broken out. As you hear noise from inside.
I go in.
Okay. In the time it took you to get there, you meet up with the rest of the party as they are catching their breath in the immediate wane, all of you, of the fight from last time. Donatello, you may put your token on the board. There are remnants of stained glass all over the floor. The corpse of Servente, and who you presume to be Hagios the Innocent, are in front of the now demolished altar, as most of the rest of the party, sans the two NPCs, are standing around them.
I of course, once I step in. Sorry, I didn't mean to step in the way.
Oh, as you step in, you're stepping in as a swath of bats from the belfry are fluttering out past you into the night sky.
My head slightly shrinks into a shell, so not to hit the bats. And as they get done, I pop back up, and as I step in and focus towards my teammates, Shelter of the Faithful activates, and they receive free healing.
You all feel your wounds start to actually glow golden, slowly close as you're staring still at the corpse of the former and long-lived vampire lord of Saints. And you notice the presence of your ally, Donatello.
My friends, what has happened here?
The others come up behind you.
Can anybody tell me what has gone on? I am grateful that this dark demon is dead, but what has happened to the city? We're under attack.
That I'm not entirely sure about, but a great evil has at least been defeated here, and there's some things that you and I need to discuss privately.
Understood.
Lance moves and he starts putting sigils on the corpse of the vampire.
I look to him. What are these?
There are many ways to stop a vampire from returning. As this is the full one and the rest are his spawn, this is the one that needs to be sealed. Some less holy simply resort to a stake in the heart or a bar across the neck or in the jaw. But fortunately, my studies have lent to more effective vampire sealing.
Would you allow me to assist you?
Please, that would make this go twice as fast and we can be out of here before. And as he says that, one of the in-between wall sections, between two of the stained glass windows, which all of them are blown out. The whole Jonah thing is just gone now. One of the walls gets blown out as a cannonball rips through, the wall and slams into the ground. Something like that happens.
I agree. We should hurry. And as I assist him putting in all the sigils, I take an eye towards Nella. Are you all right?
Yes.
Oh, good. I am glad. And so we finish putting up the sigils and I guess making sure that everything else in this this cathedral is not, utterly destroyed, so much as the power is not taken away.
As you say that, you hear another impact sound, and this horrible sound as the primary bell of the church falls down into the foyer.
This is madness. This is utter madness. We have to finish this and then get out of here. The dragons will pay for this.
Nella, it dawns on you as you're coming back to yourself. Tekna is in the hands of someone who you don't know the current status of.
Yeah, no, she's gonna leave.
Nella, where are you going?
I must go get Tekna back.
Back? Back from whom?
Deacon. I asked him to watch her while we were at the party, and now I am worried, so I'm leaving to go get her.
Why don't we go with you?
Alright.
As you finish the sealing ritual, the body of Hagios actually dries and atrophies as if it had actually rested unturned in the ground for as long as he should have no longer been alive.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And he unceremoniously kicks some of the remaining dust from it before he goes off to chase Nella.
You return out into the streets, quickly making your way, because it's just across the town square, to... You notice now there are no more zombies, but there is still the sound of cannon fire, and impacts, and combustion, and fire, and screaming. You come to the inn, however, now the windows are boarded up. And there are corpses of zombies littered. The swinging saloon-style doors, actually, from the inside, have a beam nailed into it, holding it shut.
I'm gonna kick through it.
Make a strength check, please.
Alright. That was a saving throw? I'm sorry. Nah.
You can try again. It doesn't quite budge through. You break it wide open, as from behind the counter, you see Deacon slam onto the bar what looks like a mortar that has been ripped from its little tchotchke seat. He goes, "No one... Oh, Nella!"
Good to see that you're alive. Where is Tekna?
She's right here. And he has like one of those old-timey, so it's made out of rags, but like one of those baby holders on his back. He's safe.
Cute.
And he pulls up a little backpack and goes, "We must get out of here. This place is being destroyed."
You're telling me.
I have my belongings here. It will take time to rebuild this place. Very bad for business. Would you mind if I accompanied you all for a while?
That would be fine with me.
Sounds good. And he whistles. And out of the kitchen comes his weasel tassel and jumps up on his shoulder. I'm good to go.
Good, we must get going. Donatello basically starts making a beeline to the docks.
Yeah, Nola, after getting Techna, follows.
As you all start heading towards the docks, Lance goes, but the wagon! I paid a lot for that.
The wagon's going to be nothing if it gets shelled.
Another explosive cannon shot hits the inn as it explodes. He goes, fine. You all make your way down to the docks. Although, as you get there, the Reichfaust, the one of the flagships of the Pelorian fleet, is no longer docked.
Donatello grips his staff in increasing anger and frustration. Has our army truly abandoned us?
And as you're looking for the genie, your newly acquired ship, whoever's looking for it, please make either a perception or investigation check. Nella, where the genie should be is a small little rowboat.
What?
Donatello, you notice the same thing.
A rowboat? What?
Where's the captain gone?
The captain is with
ship?
Is the ship further out? We rowed to it, perhaps.
Sean steps into the ship as his form disappears.
Okay.
Well, here we go again.
I am done questioning this world. I'm just going to follow.
Donatello hesitantly gets into it as well.
Nella, who goes first, Nella or Donatello?
Me.
As you step hoof onto where the lip of the rowboat should be, you are instantly, you see the gangplank of the actual ship, and you see its form with a slight dream-like barrier around you and it as you climb up onto the ship.
Very interesting.
Donatello, you experience the same thing. Rafa, do you follow them into their weird blip into non-sight?
Where else would I go?
All right. You all
plays in the background.
You all climb aboard as the captain starts to pilot the ship out of the dock.
Wait, shouldn't we be trying to fight off our invaders?
Will you suggest to the captain to head towards what? Make a perception check of what you're seeing again, because you noticed there were ships off the way, but
perception, was it?
Yes. As you look out, would you say you have decent eyesight?
Yeah.
Okay. They're a ways out, but it's a small contingent of ships, almost like a fleet. But their form, this isn't an organized military. These seem like pirate ships.
They've abandoned us to be attacked by pirates.
And you notice what seems to be the Reichfaust actually coming alongside and firing at them a little bit. But it seems to be clearly on a outbound trajectory.
Mm.
Is there an eyeglass around the on the ship?
Say roll an investigation check. Yeah, you find one easy enough.
Nice. And so I pick it up and try to see who is on the Reichfaust.
You see the same admiral who had initially come into the gala, beside the one actually manning the wheel.
So was he was someone that we trusted.
Of course, you remember from the gala, the admiral came in, pulled a ring off of his gloved hand, and shifted into
The Dragonborn. Oh,
Grimshaw.
I say we attack the Reichfaust.
Are you gonna look at the pirate envoy?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the pirate envoy as well.
Okay. What specifically? What part of the ship are you trying to spy out?
I want to see who's manning the ships. Who's the captain of the fleet.
Okay. Looking around, you settle on what seems to be the main one. This brilliant ship. And as you come to the bridge of it, your spyglass meets the face of a familiar kind, a kindred, in a fancy hat with a wry grin, despite his beaky face, is a portal behind the wheel.
Interesting. It's usually not typical for some of us to be pirates. I mean, seafarers, yes.
Do you look for any other identifying markers?
Yeah, I would see if there was any insignia on him, particularly something from Whistle.
On him, no. But are you going to look at anything perhaps identifying on the ship?
Yeah, I'm looking at his flag.
Okay. His role history.
Okay.
And if you want to let any of the other crew look, except for Nella, could roll history.
Oh.
Anyone else want to peek?
I wanted to
that's
ask something really quick.
Yes.
Did Donatello say he wanted to attack the Reichfaust out loud?
I'm murmuring it to myself.
Okay.
You have
We'll
seen this.
get you your chaos, Nella. We'll get you your chaos.
You have seen this flag. You're familiar with this story. The Jolly Roger is a particular family coat of arms belonging to a man who lays claim to your home. This is the family arms of the Count of Whistle.
Well, I wonder why. Well, one, I know this pirate. I start saying this out loud. The city, I think, is being attacked by pirates. However, I know this one. And because I know this one, I'm not necessarily sure why they would attack on this city. However, one thing I know for sure is that they are stopping our adversaries from escaping. So I say, we attack the Reichfaust.
You notice the Reichfaust actually isn't on an interception. There's like the clump there side of the screen. There's like the clump where the bombarding fleet is, and then the Reichfaust is coming to get a glancing some shots. But they're, like I said, they're on an outbound trajectory.
Yeah, I still see. I still want to try to intercept them.
Okay. The captain tries to maneuver the ship to do that. There are some decent winds, but it's a little challenging. You get within range.
I go to the cannons.
Yes.
Okay.
And aim and fire.
I want to fire too.
Okay. Nella, you also man a cannon and fire.
I suggest Rafa to try as well.
I'm loading up another cannon.
I am as well.
Okay.
I've never used one of these before. Well, that's not true. She used one in the bottle, but
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
I'm a medic, and this boat is usually bigger on the inside. This should work.
Alright,
What are
Rafa,
we
you fire.
rolling with for that?
I'm basically rolling for y'all, so you're firing a shot?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Missing so far.
Does it get their attention?
It's nighttime, right? Don't I have
It
an
is
advantage with vision?
Hmm?
Don't I have an advantage with vision, if
Um,
I recall?
I'll say it's not imposing disadvantage, because y'all can see better in the dark.
how close are they getting to the ship? Are they just completely missing, or are they short stopping?
The first few are just hitting dead in the water, not well aimed. Rafa's got very close, but still blipped in the water. And with that, a shot is fired in your direction, but also doesn't go far enough.
They notice us.
Can I aim for like the sail?
You may.
Wait, before that, can I perform an action?
What is that action?
Bless.
Certainly. That'll add a d4 to the roll.
I cast bless.
I want to get the sail that the crow's nest is attached to on their ship.
Alright, you aim for the mainsail,
Mm-hmm.
and with a...
D4.
Extra D4.
Yep, that will hit.
That's gonna slow him down.
Yes, the Reichfaust mast takes some amount of damage. It does not fully come down.
I also attack the mast to bring it down.
Alright, did you put Bless? Actually, Bless is only on one person, isn't it?
No, it's on a multitude, up to 3. So,
Okay.
the 3 of us. Don't even need it.
These sails are too easy to hit.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's not taking on water. They're just
No.
not moving.
You watch as the mainsail of the Reichfaust falls over.
Now that it's stopped.
It is not stopped. It is still moving.
Okay.
It has a number of sails.
I want to see what we can do to stop it. So I suggest to Rafa, how about you aim for the other sails?
The rudder would be probably too hard.
Yes, especially the rudder.
Maybe.
Okay.
Wait, I mean,
Because a rudder is like
just-
partially underwater.
Yeah,
right.
it would be.
So that wouldn't be good. Just aim for the other sails.
I'm gonna aim for the wheel.
That's a very thin target.
I'm getting the wheel. I'm gonna aim this.
Turning the wheel.
Who's
Do
doing
I
what?
see anything better than they would with my dark vision?
With your elven eyes, you do see an increase of panic and notice of you all. Now that you snapped their sail in half, they seem to have ceased fire onto the pirate fleets, and there's no return fire from the pirate fleet.
Can I do an investigate? Well, I don't know if it'd be that or perception, but I want to see if there are any barrels on on the upper deck.
Gunpowder.
Roll a investigation check while I really quickly go do something.
We're just gonna make the ship explode. I was thinking we could stop them and then, like, interrogate them.
I have an inspiration I'd like to use.
Sure, we can
Go ahead and
do
roll
that when it
again.
gets them. Because I don't.
We'll just tell them what happened.
What
I
I
just roll
plan
it
on
again?
doing, because like what I really plan on doing, I plan on stopping the ship and
Mhm.
boarding it, like full on Assassin's Creed. Full
You know
speed.
what you should do? You can swim.
I can swim. I
You should
can
sneak.
swim.
You should sneak up to the boat and like crawl up it. While they're distracted by the us, you'll just climb on and
Nothing personal, kid.
just drop their anchor and we'll catch up.
Exactly. Like just sneak up, climb up, drop anchor. That works. But I'm not that acrobatic though.
You know what's like so cool about when Nella becomes level 6, she'll get this like path feature that every short or long rest she can choose like an animalistic trait to have until the next short or long rest. And one of those traits is that she can climb just whatever. She could climb upside down
Fireman.
with no check needed. I'm so excited for that. Robert wanted to reroll.
Yeah.
So-
with his inspiration.
So the
Unless
right-
they don't need to.
So yeah, you can't find any open targets on the right house.
So can I
that
use my
you-
inspiration point?
I mean, yeah, you can. Oh, I forgot to mention Donatello inspiration for the opening.
Oof.
Yeah.
Alright. Unchecked.
You do, however, notice a plume of fire as the
Wow.
ship fires at you, and it sails right across the deck.
Is that the best you got?
I'm aiming for the wheel.
The wheel? You mean
I'm
the
gonna
anchor?
What?
You mean the anchor wheel?
No, the turn, the drive.
Oh, you're aiming for the. Oh, okay.
Whatever,
Yeah.
it's called a wheel. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a-
Okay.
The bridge.
The thing.
Would you still be under the effects of bless? Ooh.
yes.
Yes, it would be. Yes.
Ah! What?
What? Oh, you rolled 11 d4. Wow, that's a lot of inspiration. That's a lot of bless right there.
My
The cannonball does not manage to hit.
It's a smaller target.
Power of my
How many
bless.
cannonballs? How many cannonballs do we have?
A decent amount, but the ship is getting progressively more out of range.
we have
given
more
the
sails than them.
The captain is more on an even more of an outbound trajectory.
Am I still able to fire, by the way? I didn't fire mine.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
He didn't fire yet. Right.
So
What are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at one of the ports where the cannons are coming out.
One of the cannon ports. That barely misses.
Okay, here. I aim for the anchor wheel to try to stop them.
Okay.
Get that anchor down.
How did I double click that?
I don't know.
Um,
I'm going with the first one, though.
Yeah.
given the elevation of the ship compared to yours, because this is one of the dreadnoughts, effectively, of the fleet. It does have a taller profile than yours, so even with that, you are not able to quite hit your target.
Even with a D4?
That could become a 20. It could not become a 20, unfortunately.
I am so tempted to use my inspiration just to. It's either this or the fastball special.
We could try like the sneaky sneak plan.
Do we have any oh man.
At this point, as the Reichfaust gets out of your direct line of fire, unveiling behind it the ship of the Count of Whistle, the rumored the Kawitha, or the Kawitha. It unleashes a cannonade at you all.
At us?
Yes.
Oh my god!
No!
That's not fair!
And it hits not above. It hits above the waterline on your ship, but it all hits your ship.
Oh my god.
No.
Which, by the way, once you started opening fire, that dreamy texture around the ship fell away, as you figured it was under some sort of a seeming spell.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Oh my god.
It's fortunately well above the overall health of your ship.
Can I at least signal that we are, specifically that we're not aiming for them, or that, we're allies?
Roll survival?
Are we taking on water now?
No, they're all above the waterline hits.
Okay.
Let's see.
Does Bless count with that? With my checks?
You would know of a very basic naval contexted sign for "We're not your enemy," but you really don't think it would do much in this situation. What were those damage numbers? 65.
So is it best to attack someone who could possibly be an ally?
Deacon kind of goes, "It would be best if we got out of here for now. Licked our wounds as they must lick theirs."
But they mustn't be allowed to escape. How did they even manage to draw the pirates to this town? They have so much power, we could stop them now.
We are currently outnumbered.
Fine. I issue for the captain to try to get us out of here and issue a full retreat.
Okay. The ship makes more heads more swiftly. The ship itself, the genie seems to slightly lurch at a faster pace than it was before. As you head away from all of this, I stupidly
At us?
the numbers. Your ship is moving now faster,
Okay.
outbound. Could someone please add up the numbers of the damage that was done to your ship and send it to me? I'm having the most terrible time trying to do that myself. I'm sorry.
111.
59, I think. Is it 59 plus 55?
No, it's
55,
46.
46, 65.
65. Oh, there's. I forgot to add the 55 to it. Okay.
You were hit with 3.
I only saw 2, my bad. My eyes don't work today.
And in very little time, your ship gets out of range. As the smell of smoke mixed with sea salt slowly becomes more and more purely the smell of sea salt.
Donatello falls to his knees again, looking at the wreckage, or at least that is left behind, and it reminds himself of the trials of war years ago, where generally he kept himself away from these. but he still knows the pain and sorrow of those who are the unintended casualties of war.
Nella pats his back, kind of trying to be comforting.
I had hoped to have never seen this image again. To long awaited the day where the great Paylor will return and men would study war no more. But it seems that time has not come yet.
Deacon hands back over Tekna and he goes, I'm gonna go turn in for the night. Thanks for letting me along.
He then
He goes to head down deck.
I nod to Deacon. Thanks for keeping our friend safe, and for keeping us safe. I apologize for your in.
And you now have a little bit before it would be logical for your characters to bed down.
I seeing nothing else to do, I head over to Rafa and suggest that we head over to the bow of the ship to discuss.
Nella, you should be able to move around where that's focused. Yeah. Donatello and Rafa are getting together to talk. Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as we get to the bow, I of course take notion of the salty air and the calm, peaceful waves as I look at Rafa and say, "So, you said you wanted to talk about something."
Actually, I can move this to an image of the ship because you're all on the ship. And sorry, Nella, you'll have to scroll up.
Here we are.
Dang, our boy's prepared.
So probably right around here or so. Yeah, there we are.
Assuming Rafa's side there.
So, you said you wanted to talk about something with me, and you said it was private.
Donatello's asking Rafa.
I'm sorry, I missed what he said.
I said you said you wanted to talk over something with me, and that it was sort of a private thing.
Is he? Are we all alone here?
We're all
It is
alone.
just the two of you on the bow of the ship. No.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the voice of your god?
Have I ever heard his voice? No, unfortunately, I have not. I've heard the voice of his saints before, but not his voice. Why do you ask? Have you?
Have you ever seen him?
No, I have not. His divinity does not take physical form, but he has entered into human flesh before. And when his disciples have seen him, he said, even as you have seen me, have you believed? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed.
Well, something happened in that cathedral.
Oh,
I felt that all of us were about to meet our end. And so I decided to ask if he was there, would he maybe do something? And it seems that he did.
he leans deeper onto his staff, eyes wide open and ready to drink in anything that Rafa has said. Please, Tell me more.
I heard his voice.
He spoke to you.
And when I could see again from the light that was pouring in front of me, all of the, whatever they were called, what are those called? Automatons, the stained glass things.
The stained shard. Well, you wouldn't actually know what they were called. They were stained glass beings that were formed.
Sure. So whatever description of those. So these things just exploded as if it was nothing. And it gave us the opportunity to attack the demon and turn the tide of the battle. I had nothing left in me. I thought that I would be dead, and I felt that I already was. And yet somehow I'm not.
It seems that you did not once believe in the great Paylor, but now you have seen that he truly does believe in you. So what does that mean for you, my friend? You once questioned whether or not he was real, but now you heard his voice with your own ears and saw his light with your own eyes.
But how do I know that it's not just some other deity lying or manipulating the events here just to get his way, or to how do I know that it's not some manipulation?
He fought against a demon, did he not? How can Satan drive out Satan? A house divided against itself cannot stand. So if you truly wished for life, if you truly called out to the great Paylor, he answered. One of the things that I have been continually reminded, because I have been issuing doubts. I have witnessed the light of the great Paylor. And it seems now that you have as well. It seems to me that you have a choice to make.
You've seen me, you've seen me use the few abilities that I've been granted. And each time I used them, I didn't want to, but I knew I had to. You understand? And if I were to request the same from him, would the same thing happen?
Have you seen me hesitate in using any of my abilities that the great Paylor has given me?
Well, no, but he hasn't given me those abilities, or has he? I've been summoning, if you will, another god in request for those abilities. So how can I make a choice?
You have seen the great Paylor's power. You've seen him, even at a mere request, at a mere cry out of desperation, destroy all of our enemies and bring you pretty much back from the dead. He is the one who calls things into existence and calls things that are not as though they were. You know his power. He has spoken to you. Let go of thine doubts. Trust in him.
So
He has shown himself.
do I just forsake the abilities that I have and accept the weakness?
It seems that with your power that you had, you were on death's door before Paylor stepped in. Is that strength?
Perhaps not.
And you have seen, whenever I have stood beside you with the great Paylor's power, you have never stepped near death's door, have you? In fact, it is him who has brought you out of that, time and time again.
You make make good points.
The great Palo is the author of life.
I appreciate this. I'm going to have to meditate on this.
He lays a hand on his shoulder. Think about it.
As you conclude the conversation, Nella, your sending stone chirps.
She picks it up.
Do. Wonder when she'll pick up. Do.
Look, Carmichael.
Hey, what's happening? How'd the gala go?
Interesting. More exciting than I thought it would be.
Yeah? Do you have any advice? We apparently have college dances coming up towards the end of the semester too. So, any advice?
Do you still have that knife I gave you?
Oh, the dagger? Yeah.
Keep that on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good advice. Oh, I also learned all sorts of cool stuff. Did I tell you about the piggery already?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, nomadic people, really interesting.
Are you having fun, Carmichael?
I'm having so much fun, Nella. I haven't talked to Saren a lot, though. She's on the mainland.
Well, we just left the town on our boat, so we're going out to sea now.
Oh, that's cool. What's the town, Saints?
Yes.
Was it fun?
It was nice.
Yeah. Did you meet any new friends?
We did, yes.
Oh, yeah, tell me about him.
He is... Well, where I am from, they're called Striters, but they have a different name. They're agile and furry.
Oh, you met a lion?
No, smaller.
A dog?
I can't remember the name of what he said he was. His name is Deacon, though.
Interesting. I'll have to tell Saren about that.
Have you made any friends?
I'm sort of struggling to make friends.
Well, I'm sure that the right friends will come along when you need them. That is when the best friends happen along in your life.
Yeah, like you, Noah.
Like you, Carmichael.
Aw. Well, I gotta study for tomorrow's cantrip test. Stone again soon.
Goodbye.
Kind of chirps on.
She's gonna take Tekna down and let the piglet run around because it probably wants to stretch its legs a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it has some fun running around. And you notice the halfling Jessica Vol kicking her feet on top of one of the barrels.
Hi.
Oh,
Why are you not in the sleeping quarters yet?
I decided to let all of you have a pick first before I find my own place to bed?
Well, whenever I've been on a ship before, I prefer a crow's nest.
Ooh. That'd be nice. I haven't been in one of those in a while.
Would you like to go up?
You suggesting to escort me?
Well, simply
You can
to
if
see
you-
what it's...
You can if you want. This is, I suppose, your all ship. I'm but a guest.
We can see. I haven't been up there yet.
Okay, you can go. As you head onto the deck, Rafa, Jessica kind of looks at you with this expression of, we need to have a chat. But continues being ushered by Nella towards the crow's nest. You know, I used to work on a ship.
I spent a good bit of my adolescence on multiple fishing boats.
Unfortunately, so did I. We grew up north of here. Plaga, small little muddy place. My brother and me, that is. I'm assuming at this point y'all are climbing up to the crow's nest.
Yeah, Nella's letting her go up first. And climbing up behind her. I take it that it wasn't a good experience.
Plaga or the ship?
Your life before this one.
Terrible, unfortunately. We snuck away, Yosef and me, onto a ship. You get up to the crow's nest, and she kind of leans back. Stars look beautiful tonight.
They are different than the ones I know.
Yosef used to tell me he wanted to explore them. I lied to him and told him we could someday.
That is a hefty promise.
Seemed so much simpler back then. Now he's God's knows where. You miss anyone, Nella?
She's just kind of looking out over the water. Well, yes, I suppose it's hard not to miss one's family.
Da. Da. You should get to bed. Again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for agreeing to help me.
It is good to have many companions with you, many hands to fall into should you fall.
Could you please tell your friend who you saved from captivity, the carnival? I would like to speak with him when he has a moment.
Oh, the skinny hairless one.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you want him to meet you up here or on the deck?
Whatever's most comfortable for him.
Okay. Nella's gonna climb down, collect Tekna, and tell Rafa that she wants to talk. And then she's gonna go to just the far side of the ship to look at the water.
Okay. Where does Rafa meet with Jessica?
Wherever, yeah.
Okay. So, you were captured by slavers, no?
I was.
I haven't spoken much. I'm not sure if I can trust you all. My brother and I grew up in the slums of Urplaga, south of Cambria. It was a terrible life there. Not many prospects for orphans. I told my brother that we could find a better life. We snuck on a sailing barge. We didn't care where, as long as it was away from Plaga. It was a slave barge. We had a choice. Join with their operation, or become the product of their operation. We chose to join them. But I tried to look out for Yosef. But he didn't always make good decisions. And eventually it caught up to him. And he was set up. And I was told that he died. And she takes out a little note. But then I received this letter. That he is alive. That he misses me. And so I snuck away. And I am trying to find him. And that is why I need your help.
Why mine?
All of your help. Figured you especially. I don't know.
I see. Well, if I've learned anything from our total friend, it's that forgiveness is a virtue that we should pursue. I can see that your choices weigh heavily.
Yeah. Yeah. I should let you get some rest. You are very hurt.
We can speak more later.
Thank you. She heads off back to the crow's nest. Donatello, do you do anything? Does anyone do anything specific before they tuck in for the night?
Nella's just gonna fall asleep on the top deck next to the railing.
Donatello is going to do his evening prayers from the head of the ship, and then once he's done, just turn to head back to his quarters.
All right. You all settle in for the night as sleep sets in. Can everyone roll just a wisdom check?
Like a check, just straight wisdom?
Yep.
Okay.
I am smart.
You are wise.
No, the turtle is the wisest.
And I am very wise. I'm a
Rafa.
dwarf, for goodness sake.
You are. I'm apparently a moron.
All right, Oogway.
Well, wait, no,
Let's-
Rafa, you rolled a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll.
Well, it's only a +1. So, the turmoil of the ship on the seas and all the events, Rafa, a vivid nightmare comes to you of your time in captivity. And as a mask over your face is pulled off, you are faced with what to you seems to be the Aoten, the wanderer you once believed in, scowling at you as you toss and turn into the vast array of nightmares of the night. Nella, you have a dream reminiscent of your early life experiences on board a ship. And
I'm literally inside my shell right now, so I don't really feel any turbulence between the rocking of the boat and the creaking of the top of the bottom
The
of my
shell just rolling around, but he's perfectly fine.
Yep.
Donatello, you have a dream of a place from your childhood where you used to go to relax and collect your thoughts. Who from your character's immediate family would Donatello look to as a source of wisdom?
His father.
After a while, you notice that your father is there.
I walk up to him and I sit by him.
It's been a while, my boy.
I know, Dad.
Not as young as when I last saw you.
I could say the same about you. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to be a good defender, to be a good theologian, to be a good servant. And yet destruction always seems to follow. But isn't it true that there's always, light at the end of all this dark tunnel? Because it seems like we already know that Palor's already on the move. It's the works is literally appearing right before me, but there's still so much out there. Do you think I'm really making a difference?
Your friends are still alive. You do make a difference, my son.
But what of our church? It seems that the higher ups have abandoned us. That they've conspired together. That the higher ups have fallen into corruption. Has the entire episcopacy fallen?
That is not for me to say, my dear Donatello. Actually, no, he doesn't. He calls you by your actual name, Jopa, I believe.
Yeah.
My dear Jopa, There comes a time when you tend a garden that you must cull the old growth, that the new growth may flourish. There comes a time when the grapes sour.
And if we don't remove them, everyone's teeth will be set on edge.
Indeed.
You're right, Father. Paylor's not giving up. But it seems that his church is going to need some help.
One must be mindful for when he does a new thing. He is not the god of the godless, who supposedly made kinds out of wood nor rock. He made from naught, did he not?
Indeed he did. He made light out of darkness. Light out of darkness. Light out of darkness. It's great, Father.
And what better a guide for even the darkest of paths than the one who himself created light?
Indeed. He gets up and hugs his father one last time.
He hugs back, obviously.
He whispers as a slight tear sheds down his cheek. Thank you, Father.
Anytime, my child.
It's basically the image of him begins to fade back.
Into cherry blossoms as the wind flows, he slowly particles.
Okay, Uguay.
And as you all awake the next day, you feel a renewed sense in all of you as we will end the session for tonight, and you will all level up.
Ooh.
You've earned it. Cough, I don't want to kill y'all. Cough.
Exactly. Every single time that I'm not here, you guys end up dying.
No one else has any heal spells, man.
I was supposed to do this whenever I got in here, back when I was at the church, but I was too busy worrying about literally the world ending. Every single one of you needs to go to the store and buy some health potions, for goodness sake.
Nala doesn't believe in health potions.
I don't believe in health potions, but you just used one a few weeks ago. I don't believe in consistency.
That's just big pharma, man. Can't follow.
Hey.
Sorry.
So that's where we'll end the session. Before we go, let's remind the audience why we're all here. We are here to have fun, but we're also here to remind everyone of the message that no one. Why isn't it updating? I moved the player thing. That's weird. Oh, there we go. No one is righteous. No, not one. Everyone has rebelled against God in some way or another. But that's not the end. Jesus Christ lived the perfect life you and I never could, died upon the cross, was buried, 3 days, rose again, that by believing in him we should not perish, but have everlasting life. Have a good night, and God bless. Ending, but